Thank you. I knew you'd want to fix me. Thank you.
You guys are adorable. I can only
We work on adorable.
Yeah, it's happens you guys are. You guys are close.
So let's just start off. If you guys could just introduce yourselves to the world and say something about being at this EYEREZ event that Android Jones is putting on.
All right. Well, I'm Alex Gray, and this
I'm
is
Allyson Gray.
and we're very excited to have witnessed the premiere of the EYEREZ project that Android Jones has been working on with an awesome crew of animators to bring his work into a new dimension. And I think the mandala of the planetarium is the ideal setting for kind of a reframing of our inner cosmos, and that's why the planetarium is a excellent setting for that. And it takes it outside of normal entertainment, puts it into the kind of a realm of more education in a way. And so we're naturally inclined to be elevated and more enlightened than just entertained. And so the worlds that Android is describing are the worlds familiar to visionaries from all traditions. And that is this mystic, imaginal realm where the archetypes exist and are contactable. And he's brought to a heaven to earth multiple times through his witnessing of these kind of angelic composite beings that are the divine feminine or the sacred masculine that are coming forward with integrating all kinds of nature forms and technological forms. And so he's mapping a new kind of visionary dimension for all of us, and I was just super excited to see it.
Amazing. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Allyson, do you have anything to add?
I think we're entering a new level of creative manifestation in the realm of the moving image. And I think it's very important for the visionary art movement to enter all genres. And this is a very important way to contact the most people through the beauty of visionary imagist painting and art.
Yeah.
There's a lot of abstraction in it too, by the way.
Absolutely. I think that's in his work he tries to work a balance of his design and abstract kind of skills along with the portrait. I think that seeing the face and that every face we see is really the face of God. I mean, in my kind of philosophy. And so when we see the face, it's, and so often portraying godlike beings, that comes through very beautifully. And you had a few other questions?
Yeah, well, we'd love to hear about what's exciting in your world and what you're creating that you want to
We're building a temple. We're building Entheon at Cosm in the Hudson Valley of New York. And building a temple is the work of a community. And Alex says it's the inevitable consequence of love, the building of temples. So you start loving, then you start loving more people, and then more people are loving you, and you're loving them, and you want to create something together. You want to be together in the act of creation. So a lot of artists, a lot of musicians, a lot of dancers, a lot of tissue dancers and fire dancers and all kinds of people can pour cement or do electricity and lighting. People come in and use their creative energy to create something in the service of the divine and the community. So it's really for no other purpose except for pure celebration and mourning sometimes, and all of those momentous stages and phases we go through in life. We go through them together with our beloved community from all over the world, from all races and backgrounds, religions and colors and ages, you know, with gender balance and age balance and all that coming into play. So that's what we are creating at COSM, the Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, our trans-denominational, radically welcoming interfaith church in the Hudson Valley.
Nice. And how can people get involved?
COSM is a place where you can get involved on every level, and COSM is COSM, stands for Chapel of Sacred Mirrors, .org. And yeah, we'd love to hear from you.
Excellent. And is there any kind of support that you need to continue evolving the vision?
Right now we are, as Allyson said, we're working on the building the sacred space called Entheon. It'll be a sanctuary of visionary art. And, you know, we're anticipating Android might be exhibiting there or projecting there in the future. And there is a international kind of movement of visionary art. It's often seen in festival culture. It isn't well seen in the fine art museum world yet. And so this is kind of an underground but international movement. And to my mind, it's the seeds of a planetary civilization, because these are kind of the first people who've seen beyond nationalistic or gender kind of boundaries, and they start to see the common humanity and the love that unites all people, and their quest for a livable world, a sustainable relationship with nature. So these are a lot of the ideals that motivate this kind of planetary civilization in formation. And I think the visionary artists are some of the most remarkable portals, windows into this coming spiritual revolution. And so Entheon will exhibit the work of the International Visionary Art Tribe, and it will also house the Sacred Mirrors and collection, the COSM collection. And so we are we're under construction at this point. The cement block walls are rising on the what will become the entry gallery, and that we should make a lot of progress this year. We are always looking for people who want to be part of this project and join in and feel like they've also contributed to making a sacred space with their love tribe community. And so that's the way it's gotten this far. It's just the work of hundreds and hundreds of people. And everybody who buys a poster at COSM.org is going to be helping to build the chapel. So this is how we've been doing it so far, and it's been working.
We're closer than we've ever been.
And
Beautiful.
yeah, so we are a church. You know, any amount is deductible. You know, or become a member. This is another way. So there's a lot of ways for people to be involved if they'd like.
It's amazing. And you answered a lot of the other question that I had for you about harmonious humanity and really how can we facilitate this shift in consciousness on the planet. And I heard from you, you know, through love and, you know, having a space to bring community together, and how visionary artists are really seeding that awakening around the planet. I'm especially curious, like when you say love, I see you both as leaders of this movement. What advice would you give someone who's aspiring to be a leader in this movement, whether through art or through another one of the many art forms that there are for this new paradigm? What advice would you give an aspiring leader of this movement?
First of all, I wanted to say make art, not war. You know, it's make art, you know, which would be dance or whatever calls you in a creative way. Make art in your world, then put it out in your studio. Don't keep it in your brain here, because then it's not art. It's still in your head. When you get it out, then it's art in your studio. Then bring it out into the community, like the people here are doing by showing their work and selling their work and, you know, making it available to people. And then respond to that work. Purchase the work, write reviews about the work, make music about it, collaborate, click that like button. That's a way to respond to, the community can respond to the work. So that's the way we spiral upward into a greater, stronger, more powerful community. The way we become more powerful is we make more beauty, and we make more health, and we make more attractiveness, and then people want to be a part of our love tribe and make more love than war.
Absolutely. I think that that's the key. Find the things that you love to do, and the creative expression that comes directly from your soul. And then no matter what you do, you'll have something that's satisfying. You know, you may struggle with it, but at least that you know you've engaged your creative spirit, and that we feel is your soul. That's your aliveness. So then it's just finding a succession of people who share your excitement about this creative path and your chosen vision. I think that for a lot of people, they've seen these other worlds. They've opened up through sacrament, and so creating safe spaces for people to talk about that, and for people to open up with each other about the nature of love, because it's an ongoing experiment, this love thing. You know, it's something you learn fresh every day. It's not something you suddenly, you're full of knowledge and you know everything about it. It's constantly like mercury, like moving.
But it's always there, too.
It's always there. It's the tapping into the presence of Spirit, God, Goddess, whatever you want to call the transcendent creative principle that's alive in each one of us. That's the stuff to be on fire with as a passionate leader who can inspire the love tribe. Everybody just needs to be reminded, who they are.
Thank you both so much. That was
Thank
so
you.
eloquent.
Thank you.
Perfect. Is there anything else you'd love to share?
Love you.
Love, love, love.
Love you.